All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay, and it's time to give you 72 hours with the Pixel 4. Now, the Pixel 4 is a device that a lot of people got it at launch, the smaller variant, I should say. I got the bigger version at launch. Now, the smaller variant is actually one that I was really intrigued by. Once I got the big one, I realized that, yeah, the smaller one probably would be better for daily use. Just a number of things, the reasons of why this will be a lot better than the Pixel 4 XL. So I want to start this review off with just that. So as you can see here, these are completely different in size. This has a 5.7-inch display in this very small body. And it is, to me, the ultimate size of a device. I think even though, because I remember when people would say that the 3.5-inch screen phones were huge. And I find that funny by today's standards. But if you're going to get a smartphone, I've always said that, staying and not more than 6 is actually pretty good if you can get the right size body, like have the smallest body possible. And pretty much Google is trying to do so with both of these devices. Now, that's the first thing that I like better than the Pixel 4 XL. The next thing I like is that the camera system is the same. So testing out the cameras, and there's a little bit difference too. But I did take some photos, and for whatever reason, the image processed better on the Pixel 4. I don't know why that is. They have the same everything. So just a few tweaks for, battery and screen resolution, things like that. But as far as the cameras go, they're identical. But the photos that I took, some of them came out better on the Pixel 4, in my personal opinion. And this is possible, that it could be that, the security patch fixed some things. I don't know. Nonetheless, the cameras are identical to the Pixel 4 XL. So I'm not losing anything by going with the smaller version. I mean, it's just that good. The cameras can be used for good portrait shots. Video is greatly improved over all the other Pixels. I've used, and I said it before in the other video, I used the Pixel 4 XL to do a lot of videos on my car channel because it's the phone I'm using. So the cameras are fantastic for what they are. I mean, now I'm not just excited because I got this phone for $399 out the door. That's not what's driving the excitement. The excitement is I get this bigger version, packed into a more reasonable size, and it's very good in the hand. Like if you've never had both of these side by side, it's something you're gonna have to experience. Like to bring it home and use them. I've been using this one since launch. And I've been using this one for going on 4 days. It's probably been about 4 days or so, but this is 72 hours later. But I've realized that the Pixel 4 to me is the ultimate size of these two. This just feels huge. Even though I have very big hands, that doesn't mean I want to carry around a very big phone all the time. So this size is perfect, but I get all of the fun and all of the features and just all of the performance, which I'll get into in a little bit, packed into a smaller form factor. Small flagships, I say that loosely, small flagships are nowhere to be found these days. Like really compact phones that pack the same punch as their big brother are hardly ever found anywhere. When it comes to the camera tech, it's definitely the same here. This is the same thing all over again. It's just there. You've got the IP rating, you've got the great screen, you've got, everything is there. So, flipping over.
I'll put a different wallpaper on here so you guys. But, I think that when it comes to, I like this one.
When it comes to having a compact flagship, they just don't exist. And Google has done wonders with this. Be quiet. the dictation is incredible too. I write websites all the time, side note, using the sound recorder and then I transcript. Oh, it's incredible. That is just another thing that I love about the software. And since we're talking about the software, that is probably one of my favorite features to have, the sound recorder, because I can do a full blog on the website with no issues. And I just go in and edit out certain little things, tweak it here and there, and then I'm done. So Google's software is on point, man. I mean, it's always has been. Some people ask me why I use the navigation buttons. Well, honestly, I feel like the navigation buttons are faster. You can go in and turn off the navigation buttons. This is a matter of preference. You don't have to have on the navigation buttons, you can do the gestures. I like gestures on certain phones. For some reason, I just like the gestures on certain phones, and I don't know what it is. I mean, certain Android phones, I like gestures, and certain phones, I don't. But I really, truly enjoy this software. This is top of the line software. If you want a true experience with stock Android, you're only going to get it on a Pixel device. And I know I have OnePlus. I know their devices are fast. And there's other stock Android phones I have that are fast. But the point is, you're going to have to beat Google when it comes to the stock Android race. I mean, I have a ton of phones. I just decided to pick up my, and this is kind of a compact phone. This is the Blade Z10. It's got a 6.2-inch display, but just look how much bigger it is than this phone right here. But it's still stock Android, but it doesn't beat out Google for performance. There's no way for stock Android being optimized. But let me change wallpaper again. Oh, it's too dull for me. Let's get something really bright and vivid.
Ooh, not that one. Oh, I like this one right here. I love this wallpaper.
Oh, I love that wallpaper. But, you know, finding the right fit for a smartphone is difficult these days because of the competition. It's hard to find competition out there. And, you know, I think Google stands above the rest when it comes to software and cameras. And let's not forget battery. Now, this phone obviously is not getting the same battery as this phone, but is it? So now this phone is lasting a full almost 24 hours straight. I'm on day number 4 pretty much at the recording of this video, and the battery life is staying consistent between 5 and 6 hours of screen on time. This is consistent. And shout out to Grant S once again. I remember he posted last year that his battery, and I had no idea because I hadn't been on Twitter. I stopped using Twitter for like regular use. I decided to just use my car Twitter and just use Instagram and just avoid Twitter all around for a little bit of time. So, but he linked his battery life to me, and I pinned it on the other video, on my battery video, because his results stand true in what I'm saying. We got the same results on our phones, and he got the phone, I think, at launch or whenever he got it. And, you know, when I was on Twitter, I do remember seeing that tweet, but, you know, I went back to it and I referenced it, and it's true. Our battery results were identical on the first rotation. He got about 15 hours of screen on time, 5 hours to 6 hours of screen on time. And this is just, it holds true. And now his phone is lasting a full day on a single charge. You know, it's quick. It's exactly how mine did. It's exactly how mine did. So Google, the Pixel 4, those who are worried about the Pixel 4, first of all, I would tell you this. Don't worry about what other people say. And I'm not just saying that to try to get you to listen to me only. That's not how it works. I'm telling you that my experience, what are the chances of it mirroring several other people? Because there are several people that said their battery life is exactly like mine, you know, but some people say that that's bad because of the price. Now, of course, we're both going to feel some type of way about the price. Let's just be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I do kind of win over the people who paid full cost for this phone. That is a win for me. Even the people who got it for $600 at a $200 discount or whatever, I still beat them because I got it for a $400 discount. So that does make me feel a little bit more comfortable about my purchase. But there are plenty of phones out there that are flagships that don't get 6 hours of screen on time and have bigger batteries. It's all about the optimization. It's all about the optimization. Straight up. And I think for $400 over at T-Mobile, this is a win, folks. It's a freaking win. There is absolutely no reason why a person who's on T-Mobile should pass on either one of these. This is $499 and this is $399. You have your options. If you're set on having a Quad HD display and a bigger battery and a bigger screen, you got the option. Google gave them both to you. Where Google failed at was the price on launch for a lot of people. Now, I'm just saying in reference, this is where I think the only side kick they get to the throat is for the price. Here's why, and I said it before, there's no SD card, there's no headphone jack. You know, those things are important to me because I like to transfer files quickly. And if the files that I shoot on here, I have to get my thumb drive and upload them and pull them out. It's the same difference, but I would rather just pull the SD card out and put it in my Mac because I have a slot for both micro SD and a full-size SD and thumb drive. So it's a matter of convenience in most cases, but using this phone for 3 days straight, it's fantastic. I'm on the latest operating system, on the latest update. It's a compact size. I love the color. I love the design. And I can really reference this because I have them both. You know, I have both phones right here. So I'm telling you that the Pixel 4 is definitely worth the money, even at $599, just not $800 for this phone. I think it's $799 for this phone. I don't recommend you spend $799 on this phone because it is missing some features. The carrier version only has 64 gigs. This is a 128 gig though. But this is 64. But for me, I don't do enough on my phone to fill up 64 gigs. You know what I'm saying? I still have like 45 or 49 gigs left or something like that. I don't even know. But let's see how much I got left. Let's see. Storage. Let me put my glasses on. I got 38 gigs left. So 40% used. And I pretty much got everything on here. But kick this. The system is using 13. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not using as much. There's 11 gigs for apps, and that's it. So I just want to end on that note, man. The Pixel 4 is totally worth $600 to $400 around that price range now that I have my own. So just bear that in mind. But I want to give you a quick follow-up video 72 hours later. I love it, man. I love it. And battery is getting better and better and better. It's your man Jay, 2020 with the Pixel 4. What do you think about it? I'll see you in the next one. Take care.